Hello, and welcome to Big Yap Energy,
a weekly yap sesh with your new besties.
Join us to yap about everything books, pop culture, motherhood, and everything in between.
Sit back, grab your favorite beverage, and let's chat.
Hello, and welcome to Big Yap Energy. I'm Neely.
And I'm Kailey. Today we are yapping about our bookish icks and more of our most anticipated spring and summer releases. How are you?
And I'm going to talk oh God, I'm so fucking tired. I was telling Kailey before recording, I'm like, I have gotten like 5 hours of sleep the last 2 nights. And I can do that for like one night, and then a second night, I'm like, I feel like I have a newborn baby, and I can't even, it is my own fault. I can't blame a one person for my lack of sleep. I can't even blame like, oh, my kids were up or something, but nope, it's just my own fault. But we're also going to talk about Summer House because as of recording, the Amanda West Sierra scandal just broke yesterday, and I have to talk about it, even though Kailey doesn't watch it and doesn't know who these people are. And to be honest, some of our listeners might not even, there might be like one of you that watches Summer House, but it's important to me.
Yeah,
so it's going to be important to the podcast. Well, let's do our ones and fives first. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I will start because I really don't have either. I feel like we just talked. It is still spring break in my house.
We talked 2 days ago, but your kids are at camp today.
My kids are at camp today, so maybe, yes, it was good. Both of them cried before we left the house for different reasons.
As one does.
And I was just, as the mommy, you have to keep calm. I think I was telling my husband, the hardest part of, like, the meltdowns is you trying to, like, emotionally regulate yourself. And I was like, if I start, like, flipping out, this is going to help no one. So, like, we managed both different meltdowns. I was like, stay calm. You can do this. And we got out the door, and then they saw.
That is the hardest part, though. Like, staying calm during a meltdown and not being like, it's not that serious. Like, it's so hard for me to be like.
She was like, I don't have anything to wear. Everything. And this is my 8-year-old. She's like, nothing, like, is gonna. I was like, if you start yelling at her and she's like, just pick something, like, she's gonna lose her mind even more.
We kind of had a similar thing with Charlotte. I laid her clothes out and I bought her these adorable little, like, like the butterfly shorts.
Yeah.
The kids have. I bought her these butterfly shorts that have pink, purple, and blue, like, pastel bows on them, and they're so cute. And a little shirt that says Fearless. And she wore the shirt, and once she figured out, she thought the shorts were a skirt. And I was like, aren't your shorts cute? She's like, it's a skirt. And I was like, yeah, it's a skirt. She goes, these are shorts. I'm not wearing this. And I was like, fuck, should have just said it was a skirt. Anyway, so then she puts on a different skirt, like a skirt, and it has a hole in it. And so we have to take that off. And they put on a different one. And I'm like, oh my God, just wear what I set out for you, or don't involve me in it. And she was trying to change them with her shoes still on. And I'm like, Charlotte, girl. And she, like, I think she could have, but like, they're sneakers. And so it's just right. I was like, take your shoes off. And just like, I'm like, guys, I'm not built for this.
No, it's the getting changed. They will not, and they haven't for a couple years. Even my, like, kindergartner, she will not let me dress her. I can't go to the store and buy clothes without them. They have so many opinions. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. They go, no. They go, I don't like that, mommy. So now I can't even bring them something home because I'm like, well, I'm not going to go take it back. So everyone just picks out their own outfits, and I'm like, if you look, we're really, sometimes my 6-year-old will do, like, a lot of, like, color blocking. So it's like purple on purple, but they don't really like go together.
Charlotte wore all different shades of pink to soccer practice last night. It was pink shorts, pink shirt, pink socks.
Not my fight. I'm like, great. You look great. You like how you look. That's all that matters. Like, let's get out the door. It's clean. Fine.
And this is the difference between having a boy is Liam will not pick his own clothes out. Like, if left to his own devices, he will stay in what he slept in. He does not have opinions. He does not care. He's starting to get a little more of an opinion about he wants all of his shorts to have pockets. But other than that, I know he doesn't like to wear hard pants. So we don't put him in hard pants for school. Charlotte, however, like
jeans or like khakis, I'm dying.
Yeah,
hard pants.
Like hard pants.
Yeah.
No hard pants because he wore a uniform all of preschool, and that was hard uniform pants. And I feel like since he broke free from that, he's like, never again. But to be fair, like I don't want to wear hard
I
pants on
right,
like the
like when am I
daily.
putting jeans
So
on? Right.
never. I Charlotte, however, I can usually get her to wear what I pick out if it has pink and if it's a dress or a skirt. Today, I mean, I knew better than to try to get her to wear shorts to school. Like that was my mistake. Back in the fall, I got her this outfit from Old Navy and it's like denim wide leg pants and like a cute little like eyelet tank top. And I'm like, the denim wide leg pants have white butterflies on them. So cute. She's like, no. I'm over here like, I want this outfit in my size
Yes.
and you
I'm
won't
like,
wear
this
it.
is
And
they're like, no. They're like, I don't that's not cute, Mom. I'm like,
And
okay.
so I told Charlotte, I was like, I was like, will you wear these shorts to tumbling tomorrow? And she goes, and I had just bought her this matching set from Old Navy that's like a long line kind of sports bra, even though she's 6.
I've seen, yes,
Um,
I think my kids have
and then like
the
a
skirt.
skirt. And she's
Yes.
like, no, this is what I want to wear. And I'm like, okay, then it's just, my
So many
days are over.
opinions.
And it's like, for the most part, I don't care, except she has this one pink dress that has kitty corns on it. So, like, kitty unicorns. And I
Oh,
swear to God,
yeah.
she would wear it 7 days a week if I let her.
If you let
Like,
her.
she's like, kitty corn dress. I'm like, you wore kitty corn dress yesterday. She's like,
Right.
kitty corn dress. I'm like, I don't need CPS coming to the house thinking that you only have one dress. Like,
I know.
all right.
We go through that too. So that's
I
my like
don't,
kind of one. No real fives. What about you?
I mean, I guess my 5 is that my birthday is Friday, but like Friday as of recording, as of airing, my birthday has happened. I am 42. Um, my, I think my 5 with that is that my favorite party trick is telling people that I'm turning 42 because nobody believes me. And I don't think I'm over here looking like 25 by any means, but like solidly people will be like, you look like 32, 33. And I'm like, I'll take it. I will
Thank
take
you
it.
so much.
Also, I guess to go along with the 5s is I've been loving my vibration plate. I've used it 4 days in a row. I'm now at the highest intensity for the full 10 minutes. It is so silly. I mean, like, there have workouts online you could do during it. I don't do it. I mean, I've already worked out. So I'm like, I'm not doing it for a workout. I'm doing it just for vibes, no pun intended. And I've been doing it and then putting my red light mask on while I do it. And I'm like, I probably look like a fucking maniac. Like
Your
if
video
you,
is
because
hilarious.
I do it. It's set up next to where I work, which is right in front of one of our windows. And like, surely if you walked by, it would look like a horror movie house. I'm just in this lit up red light mask, like shaking my whole body. Like I cannot imagine what it looks like from the outside. But
Have you
you're my
noticed
neighbor.
anything? Yeah, like is the lymphatic drainage draining? Like tell me everything.
I mean, I maybe in my middle, I've noticed like being less like feeling puffy, I guess. I only show weight like in my stomach. Like that is just how my body is. And that is very annoying. I don't like it at all. But
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure how long it'll take. Andrew calls it woo bullshit, like all that stuff. He's like, none of this works. Andrew's very science based as like a person.
So is
And
Tony, right?
he's like, there's no research that this works. There's none of that. Like my mom, it's so funny because she's like very homeopathic with like a lot of
Yeah.
things and it drives Andrew insane because he's like, does your mom know that none of this? I'm like, Andrew, like she is 75. Let her do what she
Right.
wants
Let
to
her live
do.
her life.
Like,
He
is
wants
it
the
harming
receipts.
you? I'm like, Andrew, she's not making you do it. Like, what do you care?
Right.
And then I guess my one is just the being tired. But also I have to tell you about my new parenting skill that I unlocked yesterday. So my kids are very different with losing teeth. And Liam is like, if it is slightly loose, Liam's like, get it the fuck out of my mouth. Like, I'm ready. Charlotte is like, it will be hanging off of her gums. And she's like, it's fine. I don't want you to touch it. Um, and Liam, yesterday, I knew he had like a wiggly tooth, but I didn't think it was like so wiggly. Anyway, Andrew, he had an after school activity. And then when he was getting picked up from that activity, I was taking Charlotte to soccer. So really, we're all just like ships passing in the night yesterday. Andrew drives him up to the soccer field for practice, which is right by our house. And Liam jumps out of the car. He's like, I need you to pull my tooth because Andrew won't do it. Andrew will not fuck around with teeth. So I have a tissue, like one of the moms had a tissue, and I just pull his tooth, like just standing on the sideline at soccer practice. And I was like, I
And
feel
it was
like I could
ready?
really do. I mean, no, but I
Wow, so
ready enough.
you had to really
You
get
have
in there
to,
and like wrench it out.
uh-huh. And my friend Diana was like, I hate that popping sound. I was like, oh, I don't. I don't like love it. I'm not like one of those people who's like, oh yeah. Like it's not like how people
It's
get where they'll watch like pimple popping videos and they're
oh,
like,
it's
oh my
oh
God.
no, I
But you
can't.
know what I mean? Like there was a whole show about it.
No, it's disgusting. No, but the tooth,
It's
like you do what you gotta do. Yank it and
I would say to Andrew, I'm like, what are you gonna do if I'm like out of town? Like, are you just gonna like call one of my friends and be like, can you come over and pull this tooth? He
okay, wait,
probably
so
would.
here's my burning question. What's the tooth fairy bringing these days?
Okay,
Too
well,
much?
too much because we started at $5 and it's like now we just like can't go back. But Andrew, I was like, oh Liam, what'd the tooth fairy bring you? He's like $4. And I like shot Andrew a look. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Because he did it last night. And usually I'm the one who does it. And he's like, I don't know. It's like I found 4 ones. I'm like, Andrew, you
Well,
have
did Liam fuss at you?
no.
No,
He
then
doesn't
you're
really
good. We
fuss as a child.
as a child, he's easygoing. We started at five, like for the first one, and then I was like, I'm not paying $5 every tooth she loses. So sometimes we'll do like three or
Yeah.
two, but it's like I'm like this. We're not setting this precedent. Somebody
No.
she came in. She's like so and so got $20. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I said,
I mean, I
no.
will say one night we had no cash, and this was like one of Liam's first teeth, and we had an empty Amazon gift card, and we just put that in there and told Liam there was $5 on it, and that he could pick out
Fine.
something on Amazon,
Yes,
and
no.
he was fine
Fine.
with it. But I'm like, but now he's to the age, and I don't know if your oldest is like this, where he like wants money, he like wants his own money to like have his own money. We got him a little debit card, and so like he has money on the debit card and we can like see what he buys and like turn it off and on and like we'll give it to him like if he's like going to like an arcade with friends or like doing
Sorry.
something where we're not going to be there, so he has like a little bit of money for himself, but it's his own money. Like I mean,
Right.
we just take like tooth fairy money, birthday money, stuff like that, but he's super into having
Funny.
money. Are you reading anything since we last talked? I'm not.
I
Oh,
think I
you're
said
reading
this
your
the other day.
book.
I'm still reading Conform, and I posted it on Instagram. And oh my gosh, it's so good. It's the prequel. No, sorry, I'm reading Beneath. Sorry, Conform is the first book. Beneath is the prequel by Ariel Sullivan. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And like the tension is tensioning. The yearning is so good. I'm like 60%. I'm like, oh my, it's just like fuck her already. I can just tell it's gonna be good when it happens.
Well, since I'm not reading anything, I will take this time to talk about Summer House. All right, here's what you need to know about Summer House. Summer House is a show, it was a spinoff of Vanderpump Rules, kind of. And Vanderpump Rules people had gone to the Hamptons and they were hanging out with this other group of friends, and then that turned into Summer House. Summer House is about a group of people who share a house in the Hamptons every summer. And for a long time, it was kind of the same group, and like some people have kind of rotated out, and then newer people have rotated in. Like if you know who Paige DeSorbo and Hannah Berner are, do you know who they are?
The names like sound kind of familiar. Maybe if you saw a picture,
Or
but
like Kyle
continue.
Cook. Anyway, they're all from Summer House. Well, Kyle and Amanda have been married for 4 years. They'd been together for like
Okay.
10 years, the whole run of the show. Rumors had been circulating for a while, and every season was like them fighting. He's like a raging party boy, even though he's like 44, and she's like more of a homebody and like, you know, calm, cool, and collected. And anyway, they announced their official divorce maybe in January, even though like it had been
Okay.
circulating for months and months. Well, then you have on the other side, you have Sierra, who had like an off and on situationship with West, who's on the show.
Okay.
And they were never
Okay.
like fully together, but like weren't not fully together. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, like
anyway,
yeah.
well, then rumors started circulating that Amanda, who Sierra and Amanda are best friends, Amanda is dating West. And yesterday, Amanda and West came out with a joint statement confirming that they are in fact together. And it just kind of begs the question of like, is that wrong to do? Because Sierra and West had a thing. Yes, it's wrong to hook up with an ex of your friends, even if it was like a situationship. That's just not good vibes, especially because Sierra and West allegedly hooked up in December. And Amanda and Kyle just announced their divorce in January, and it is March. But the funniest part is
Hmm.
they released this joint statement, and it literally, you look at it and you can be like, a PR person did not approve this statement. Like, this was handled badly. And I think because there was a Vanderpump Rules scandal a few years ago that was referred to as Scandival because it involved this guy named Tom Sandoval. And it was the same kind of thing where like he cheated on his 10-year long relationship with another girl on the show. And it was a huge mess. Anyway, everybody is kind of taking Sierra's side on this because Amanda and West just look unhinged. But the funniest part is that Amanda's now ex-husband Kyle is like super unlikable, but people are like, why do you have me liking Kyle? Like, don't make me like Kyle in this situation. Anyway, all this to say, I posted a
Okay.
TikTok about this yesterday. And my TikToks maybe get like between 500 and 1,500 views, like on average. Like, I'm very unserious on TikTok. I don't use it for work. It is literally just my fun, silly account. I posted it, put my phone down, went about my day, looked at it, and as of now, like let me pull it up. It has I was like, what in the world? As of now it has 14.6 views, 14.6 like 14,000 views, 250 likes, and like 30 something comments. And I was like,
You're like, am I going
who
viral?
me? I mean, that's like about as viral. I will say one time, what did I post? I posted something at one point that had like over 100,000 views on TikTok. And I was like, I am concerned. I think it was something about Bama Rush. And I was like,
Oh
what is
my gosh.
happening? Let me see if I can find it. Because I was like very shook by what happened. 186,000 views.
You're so popular. So everyone's just
Um,
mad because even though they weren't together, they're more mad because it's like you don't do that to your girlfriend. Is that like the gist of this? Like you don't do it to your
yeah, and
best
like,
girlfriend. That's what.
yeah, and like they're all friends. So it's like West and Kyle are friends, Amanda and Sierra are friends. Like they're all friends, and it's like blowing up the friend group, kind of. So
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know. I'm a big believer in girl code. Like I don't think you should do that with your friends' situationship, especially if like it was a like she was very torn up about just the way it went about. Just
Drama.
feels ick. Drama.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we get into our icks? I have a
Speaking
lot
of
of them.
X, what a
Hmm.
great segue. Yeah. Okay, my ex, let's see.
I need to pull mine
I
up.
think these
Okay.
are I think these are mutual ex. We talked I have some that are like word tropes, we'll get into it. But I think we basically I we'll put these together. So if you use the word mound
Mm.
or her sex or his sex or his member,
Or
all of those give me an X.
I found a new one, bundle of nerves.
Oh, like like you can say clit like
Her heat.
her heat. I'm just like we can say like we're all grown-ups here.
I just like don't. I don't
I'm like
I don't like
I'm like
it.
sex is a verb. Why are we using sex as a noun? Like her sex.
Oh.
Is that
I also don't like very like floral descriptions of body parts where it feels like a perfume ad. It's like I just it's not how people talk. Um oh, I came up with like a trope. Like I don't know if it's like a full trope or if it's like a micro trope, but like I don't like love triangles involving family members. So like two brothers or like um a dad and a son. Like I don't know. Like I don't want it to like hurt the family. Even though I do love Every Summer After, and that's kind of a love triangle involving
that was like
brothers.
tastefully done. Well, I
Um,
don't even know if that was like a one night rebound, right? Like it was like a kind of a
and this might be a hot take. I don't like Insta love.
Oh, I had that on my list too. No, insta love is yucky. It's just not
And
believable.
it's not believable when it's like they slept together one time and he's like obsessed with her. Like, or not obsessed, but like, I love her, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's
Agreed.
just, I don't know. I'm not saying insta love can't exist in life. Like, like, I fully believe in you can love somebody like very immediately. But I also find it very overdone in books a lot.
You
Um,
can have chemistry, you can think they're like, you can have physical chemistry, but like it is not emotional yet.
I don't like romanticizing things like stalking.
No, but oh, you probably didn't read. Did
I
you
don't
read
read
Lights
dark
Out
romance. Is it dark
with
romance?
the
I don't do
knife?
it.
Oh, girl. I don't read dark romance either, but like that one. Okay, moving on. I do not like an accidental pregnancy.
Oh, I hate them. I hate them so much. I
Here
hate
and like,
them.
I'm sorry, you are so like feeling like shit the first trimester. You probably. And then you have like a horny second trimester, fine. And then you are just a blob of a human. Like no, and my husband, he's like, oh, like you were so cute pregnant. I was like, stop! Like, oh, the belly gets in the way. Like nothing
I will
about me felt
say
sexy.
there was one Megan Quinn book where it was accidental pregnancy, and I loved it, and it was done so well. And it's called Those Three Little Words or Three Little
I've
Words
read
or
that.
something. And
I
I
love
actually really liked it because it was funny.
an
It was like a
to
funny
me,
one.
yes, an exception to the rule. Oh, the worst is when it's an accidental pregnancy, but like it's not his kid. I've read a couple of those
I don't want to
where
read
like it was
that
before. I
ever.
was like, this is, yeah.
I don't
Okay,
like a main character where she's um, like, like overly quirky. Like a super
agreed.
quirky main character where she's like just a little
Mismatched. Like she's like
like
a quirky like mismatched clothes and her like big glasses and she's like eccentric and I'm like,
I don't want to read
what?
it. I don't care. It's
Um,
not
I also don't like, like again, I understand everyone has their like crap and like I am not perfect, but I like when characters are like a really hot mess, when like they don't have a job or they're like living back at home and I'm like, okay, you're not like 22, you're like 30. Like
the only time, okay,
what's going
I
on?
think
Like I
that's
just
kind of how she is in You with a View. And
I
so
think that's
like,
maybe why I do. I like realized yesterday I like didn't finish that book. And that might be why.
oh,
I
but
know. Neely's like
but the
new
whole thing she
co-host.
goes through like really spawns like a career for her and she becomes this like travel documentary. Like so I do think like there like we said with the accidental pregnancy there are exceptions but in general yes I don't like that either and I don't like it more when it's a guy and I don't know if that's just
Oh,
like
agreed. Oh, a little
I'm
sexist
like
of us, but like, no,
so
you need to have your act
sexist.
together. Like, please, like, be the provider. Here's the thing: if they're like
um
home caring for like an elderly parent, or like sometimes they like move home and they're, I'm like, okay, fine, but like, I need you to have like be able to stand on your own 2 feet.
and
I know I'm doing
I
this,
need to
but
say I'm okay if it's somebody taking a sabbatical like if they have like a very intense job and they're like taking like a mental health sabbatical different very
sometimes I like
different.
that when like their life has imploded and they kind of have to like,
Yes.
rise from the ashes. I'm like, okay, like I could be into
It's very
this.
Hallmark movie. Okay. Overly annoying pet names. Like,
Yes. Okay, I have those written down. Okay,
I hate
wait.
them.
I read
Like,
a book. They said Neely. He said my little minx. I was like, is this
don't do it.
1970? My little
I'm
minx, or
old
like
school. I like sweetheart, honey,
babe,
baby.
honey,
Totally fine. Dove, no. Sparrow,
or
no. Stop calling me a
no,
bird name.
no. Like,
My
and one
little
was like
honeysuckle
my little star or
vomit.
something. And, like when they give her like a weird, I'm like, why do you just fucking call her by her name? She has a
No. Does your
name.
husband call you any pet names?
No, he calls
Andrew
Kale, but
Andrew was not once, never a babe, never a baby.
no.
Not his vibe. And I
Um,
don't mind it if it's like that. If it's like babe, baby, sweetie, totally fine. It's the super specific, like ridiculous ones. Like I'm just not I guess
like
because
if
did you watch One Tree
oh,
Hill? Have we talked about this?
I loved One
But like
Tree Hill.
he calls her Hills. Different.
Hell, fine. Yeah, that's her name. It is her name. Like if they called you Niels, I mean,
Most people did
it's your
my
name.
whole life.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Where
know
do
what
you
it
think
won? It was
Neelykins came from? That was
right. It's
like
like so
what people
cute.
called me forever.
No, one was like Songbird, and he called her Songbird, and I was like, like
Let me
every
tell
time,
you
and
how
it,
quick I'm going to put a book down. That you know
and
how they put trigger warnings in books? I need a trigger warning for
please,
that. I need
yeah.
ick trigger warnings.
And
I need
I,
a trigger warning if you're about to call somebody an obnoxious pet name because I'm not going to read this book.
if it happens like twice, like if he's like, oh, like my songbird or something like once, but like
No, I'm
when
out.
he is addressing her several times, like every chapter, he's like, "You're incredible, songbird." I'm like, oh my God, like I can't
Okay, do you know
stop.
what I hate? And this sounds bad, and I get why it's more common now. I hate that like I feel like in a lot of and this is mostly in smutty books. I don't feel like this happens a lot in just romance. But in smutty books when it's like they like are about to have sex and all of a sudden have a conversation like I'm clean. I just got tested. First of all, nobody gets tested that much. Like let's just be real. Second of all, it's like I haven't been with somebody in what like I don't need that. I don't need this whole
Consent thing and like, well,
I understand consent is important. I just it's sometimes I feel like it's like too much and I'm like it takes
like
away
we're like
from what's
we get it.
happening. Yes.
Agreed.
Or just
And
like the first time I don't like when it's always like a really experienced guy and a girl who has never had sex before. Like
oh, if she's a
it is
virgin, I don't want to read that.
like she's definitely a virgin who's never done anything but all of a sudden is like a sex machine.
And
And
she's coming like 6 times in at once, and she just like has multiple orgasms.
or it's every time they have sex she comes like immediately. And I'm like
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can't suspend disbelief enough because that just isn't how it is. I hate the like I love you to the ends of the earth, to the sun, moon and back. Like just I love you is plenty.
I know. Sometimes like the men talk, and I'm like, I don't think any red-blooded, straight like male is speaking this eloquently.
Miscommunication where it could easily be fixed by one very small conversation. I don't mind miscommunication when it makes sense. It is like her dad goes to him and is like, I will give you $10,000 to stop dating my daughter. And it's like, just go to her and be like, hey, like, by the way, your dad offered me
Yeah,
this. Like,
tell your dad to like f off. That yes,
it's that. It is that very specific miscommunication that anytime I read it, I get, and it's always where I'm like committed to a book. We're like 70% in, and now I'm just pissed off that that's how you've started the third act of this book. And now I don't want to
agreed.
read it
That was on my
anymore.
list. I don't. Okay, this is very specific, but I have to think of it because I DNF both of them. And like, no shade, like, make your money. I would love to sell some feet pictures, but like, when she's on OnlyFans, and in one, so that Lana Ferguson, I think it's called The Nanny. She ends up being his nanny. He
I
is
didn't like
on
that book.
OnlyFans. I didn't finish it. He's on OnlyFans, like watching her, and they're just like talking. But the whole thing felt icky to me. And there was another one that Nevessa Allen, like the second one in the series. And I'm like, listen, girl, you make your money. Like, I love that for you. Do whatever you got to do. But I just was like, I don't, it didn't like work for me.
I don't like insulting dirty talk, like you little slut,
Oh,
you
yeah,
little
no,
whore. No, I'm not here for
no.
that. Like a really big power imbalance where he's like 11 feet tall and she's like 2 feet tall. Not really. He's
Sometimes.
like a 6'5", like essentially what I imagine
Isn't
if
it
Taylor
Carter and,
Swift was like,
no,
yes, Carter
yeah,
and
but Carter
Ollie.
Beckett,
Yeah, but Carter's perfect, so it doesn't bother.
I
Not,
love
by the
him
way,
so
Carter is
much.
like half of these things, and it like doesn't. But he calls her Ollie Girl. Love that pet name.
Fine.
Oh,
That is her name. Like, her name
but
is,
it's just
right.
in the way he does it. Oh, I'm telling
Um,
you, he could do anything on this list, and for some reason, it
Probably.
just doesn't
We'd be
bother
like,
me.
it's
It
fine.
just
Carter
doesn't.
Beckett gets a pass.
He gets a
I
pass.
don't like characters that have like no backbone or like a total doormat. I'm like,
Yeah,
why
same.
should I root for you if you like can't like again, you don't have to be like a conniving like biatch, but like I need you to have like something going for you. and now everyone
Um,
completely walk all over you.
this isn't an ick, but it just popped into my head as something I actually really like. But I like texts in books, like where you see like text exchange. Not an ick. I just needed to state that I really like that.
We need to do
It's
like
like
a bookish not. What's the opposite of an ick? We'll have to do
um
another one where we list
a
all of our
yum,
like
a bookish yum. We can just call it yums.
some
Um,
yums.
some yums.
Uh, okay, these are more romancy, so I don't know if you like see this, but like I laughed when I saw this meme. So basically, like in all these romancy books, a lot of them, like, it's like the world is over or the world has ended. Like she's always poor. She's like emaciated because she never gets to eat. She's like dirty because they don't have like shower, she's right. And she's like wearing like rags that she's like washed into like the lake. And she is not like that's the
It's
description.
giving where the crawdads sing, really.
Well, yes. And then he's like, she shines like the sun. Like she stops seeing my
No, she
trash. I'm like,
doesn't. She's
bro.
filthy.
I'm like, she's probably like a little dirty. Like, we gotta give this girl an everything shower. So like, I bet she could be cute, but like,
Give her an exfoliator, give her like a deep condition,
right, like blow dry her hair, give her a nice blowout.
give her the
Like,
Mia Thermopolis updo.
right. But it's just, she's been through it, and he's like, she stopped she took my breath away.
Um, I forgot about this one, but milking. Milking
Please.
his seed.
Oh, milky. Oh, yeah, his seed. Oh, his seed is yucky.
Mm, I
And
don't
there's
know.
always like
Like,
this isn't an ick, but like every time, and my husband like jokes about it now. He'll be like, "Are they doing it yet?" And then I'll be like, "Yes or no." He'll be like, "What about the pre-cum?" Because there's always a bead of pre-cum.
always, always a beat of pre-com, which, like, listen, it exists. I am aware that that is part. We don't need that. I don't need to know about like the string of pre-cum that came out of his penis. Like, I'm good.
And
Thanks.
he always he'll ask. He's like, "What about?" He's like, "Is there any pre-cum yet?" And I'm like, "I know."
Or
Anyhow,
I don't know, just anything that like I think the thing for me with icks is like if I would immediately dry up from reading it, I just can't do
oh
it. Like
yeah, if I'm like
like if it's
clenching my
immediately
legs
like
and yeah, like if the legs are being clenched and like not in a good way,
not in a good it's
it's
not good clenching. It is
it's not a
bad
good
clenching.
clenching.
It's not a good clenching. It is an
It's not a good
uncomfy
clench.
clenching. Overly like dramatic men dialogue where like in a way where like men don't talk like that. Like just like anything where like a normal person would never say something like that. If it's like so unbelievable, I just like it,
Like
it takes you out of it.
sometimes they're a little too eloquent. But like I get it. You have to move you can't just be like, bro. Like they have to move the dialogue along. But
I don't
these men are a little
also
like,
I don't like when it's immediately like they're fucking. Like I need a little bit of foreplay as a reader. I need
oh,
reader foreplay.
I need reader foreplay also. Diving deeper into this. What is your ideal like percentage? I will say if it's like
Where you get to
30%,
the
I'm
point
not
in the
mad.
book, 30% I'm not mad, 10% I'm mad. Now I
10% is a
read a
little
book
early.
once. I've talked about this before on the podcast. I read a book once called Swallow Me Whole. Should have been my first.
Ooh, do I need to read it? I'm like,
It's so bad. It's
oh,
probably the
sure.
only 1 star I've ever given. And I finished it because like I'm not a quitter then. I am now. Now I'll quit. But it was very bad. But it was like 5% in. I don't like kind of in the same realm. I don't want to get to 90% and they haven't even like grazed hands.
I don't want to get to like 70% and I haven't even done it yet. Like, come
No.
on.
I think 40 to 50% is like the perfect amount. Perfect
Like a sweet
personally.
spot.
It's a sweet spot. Yes. Okay.
No pun intended.
Um um the male main character having like I'm other than Carter Beckett because this is his personality, like I'm so perfect energy. Like I don't want them to be like down on themselves and like Eeyore, but I also don't need them to be like you know,
I don't know, like a 6'5" billionaire with like a private jet and like his shit together doesn't really get you going.
true.
Like a competent man, like stop. We love a competent man. The only other thing I had was like, this is kind of random. I like lyrics in a book. Like, I don't need especially if it's like the male character. Like, I don't need you to sing. I don't need anybody singing to anybody like lyrics in a book.
No, absolutely not. I also like, okay, I forget what I was going to say on that. I feel like my icks, as time has gone on with reading, and maybe it's why I don't read quite as much straight up smut anymore because there's so many things that ick me out about it. But yeah, I'm gonna need them to just never call it folds. I'm gonna end on the fact that if,
Oh,
and I know we started on that fact, but I feel like we need to once again
reiterate it.
reiterate that if I read the word folds, I am immediately closing the book. I don't care where in the
Done.
book I am done with this book now because it is gross and
It's
makes
unnecessary.
me it makes me want to scream into the void. So, um,
Yeah.
do you have any more, or should we move on to summer books?
No, I'm ready to talk about my next book. I have.
All right. I will say I don't know if I've mentioned this one. So if I've mentioned this one, I'm sorry. But
Okay.
it is How to Find Love in the Cereal Aisle by Alyssa Dear. Did we talk about this already?
I don't think so.
Um, Alyssa's friend of the pod.
Oh, yes. Okay. Sorry. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I want to hear. Did you read her first book?
I did. I loved her first book.
Okay.
I loved the first book. It's been a while since I've read it, so like I'm curious to read this one because I feel like well her first book was self-published and this one was through like an
This is through
editor
Cosmo,
and
right?
maybe
Like it's Cosmo Reed. So like Cosmopolitan like made like a new imprint, I think. Yeah, it's
oh, I didn't
Cosmopolitan.
realize
It's
that.
Cosmo Reed imprint. Yeah. This is
Oh.
what per Goodreads. So like
But
that's
yeah,
kind of fun. Good for her.
I'm excited for that.
What's it about?
Which one?
Oh, are
Um
you
I really let's
you're
see
like,
what
doesn't the title tell you everything?
it's about how it says Ainsley Green writes happily ever afters for a rabid fan base of hopeless romantics. In real life, her boyfriend just broke up with her. Her editor wanted a new book yesterday, and she's starting to wonder if love exists. So when Lucas, Ainsley's best friend and biggest cheerleader, insists the best cure for writer's block is real life inspiration, she's ready to try anything. Enter the Meet Cute plan, a mission to take her head out of her heartbreak and force meet cutes in real life to spark some new ideas. But as failed missions, bumping into strangers at the airport, spilling coffee on men at the cafe restaurant, result in nothing but embarrassment and stained clothing, Ainsley begins to wonder maybe the romance she's been chasing already has a leading man. Because the truth about falling in love is it never goes according to plan. So, having not read this, my guess is she falls in love with her best friend, but could be wrong.
Mhm. Okay. That is on my want to read already on Goodreads. Um, okay, that sounds good. My next one, pivoting slightly. It's called Dear Monica Lewinsky. Have you heard of this?
No, but tell me more.
Okay, it's by Julia Langbine. So basically, this woman, Jean, she's 45 and she cannot escape the shadow of something that happened several decades ago. She was in a study abroad program in France. She had basically like an affair with her professor.
Mm-hmm.
So then the professor contacts her out of the blue to like come to his retirement ceremony, and she reads like rereading her old diaries, and she realizes that her this like scandal with the professor or the relationship with the professor lined up with like the summer of the Monica Lewinsky like Bill Clinton scandal. So like
God,
looking back on that,
speaking of which, and I think about this at least once a week, how poorly Monica Lewinsky was treated, and how if that happened today, it would be a very different narrative, and she would have so come out on top of that. And it's just very sad.
agreed. And that's why I'm like, oh, this I think it would just be like very interesting. And again, like how things have changed like in all those years. I mean, I think I was like 8 when this happened,
It
so
was 30
I
years.
didn't
I think
really.
it was 1996 or 1998.
Okay, so
It
I was
was
like
somewhere around there.
6 or 8, so I was like really little. So I don't have, but I remember, you know what I really weird that I remember this like the news was on, and they literally were like, if you have young children, like viewer discretion is advised. Like we recommend like sending them out of the room. This was like
They
ABC
don't
like
do that
nightly
anymore.
news.
They don't do that
No.
anymore. They're like, we don't give a shit. Figure it out, parents.
Um,
Um, but yeah, I think that would be good. I really need to read some of her actual books. Monica's books. I would really like to read. Okay, my next one is Summer People by Sally Blakely. It says, after graduating college, five friends make a pact. Every summer, they'll meet for 1 week at the same beach house on the California coast to relive the golden days of summer. There's just one rule: no dating within the group. Simple enough, except Everett and Sutton already broke that rule before summer even began and couldn't seem to stop. What started as a one-time fling turned into an annual habit neither of them could quit, until one night everything fell apart. 5 years later, Sutton has no interest in seeing Everett ever again until one of their friends, newly divorced and looking for an escape, calls Everett back to the beach house. She expects awkward silences and forced smiles, but nothing could prepare her for Everett, still infuriating, still magnetic, and still capable of unraveling her with a single glance. As the week stretches on and every relived tradition, shared meal, and outing bring a flood of sun-soaked memories that feed the spark between her and Everett, Sutton begins to wonder if the promise that broke them apart was worth keeping in the first place, and if breaking it again will ruin the delicate balance of their friend group.
Oh, do you like a friend story? Like when they come back together?
Hi, this sounds like a second chance romance. So I'm
Yes,
yes.
I'm here for it.
I read it and I read that and I was like, tell me less. Like, you know, on
Done.
NetGalley, what it would be like,
Oh,
why do you want to read this book? Me, the title.
oh my
Every
gosh,
time. I'm
yeah,
like, it's the
all of
title.
it.
I judge a book by its title. Like if something has, here's an ick that I didn't
Tell
mention.
me.
If a book has like an overly punny title, like
Yes.
Mistletoe Mischief, no, I'm
The Christmas
automatically
ones,
not.
okay. The Christmas ones, I will give a little more grace, but like I know exactly what you mean. And there's some like random ones that I'm kind of like, this is too cutesy. I
Or
hear you
like
though. I hear
Love at
you.
First Bark, and it's like two people on the
Oh,
cover with their
with the
dogs.
usually if there's like a dog on the cover, I'm like, pass. It's like too cute for me. Sorry. Okay, my next one. This is a this is a good pun. It's called The Low Job by Grace Alexander. So it's a little similar to the one I just had. There's definitely a theme.
You're
Um,
like, it's kind of like a blowjob, but
well, right. The low job. Okay, so basically Lily Lowe gets caught having an affair with her married boss and admired local politician. She finds herself at the epicenter of a scandal that could dismantle her life as she knows it. But so she turns to her mother, and her mom's like, no, 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 like, we are not going to just lay down and take this. It says she devises a strategy that doesn't just manage the fallout, it actively exploits it. And Lily goes from making coffee and booking meetings to making headlines and booking talk shows. And then her three sisters are also in it, and they have differing reactions to the spotlight. But once the wheels are turning, it seems impossible to stop what's in motion, and it doesn't take long for the craziness surrounding the Lows to spiral out of control. So I think just interesting again, like you hear about these stories, and like oftentimes the woman is so like it's very like Scarlet Letter, but she's like taking back the narrative, and they're like, actually, here's like, so it'll be interesting to see what that spin on it is.
well, that sounds good. I want to read that. So my
And I like
next
the
book
title.
actually has
Right.
like a really exciting side story. So it's called The Daisy Chain Flower Shop by Lori Gilmore. Have you read any of her books?
I don't think so.
The tropes in this are fake relationship, found family, small town, he falls hurt first.
Oh,
So I'm actually interviewing her at a local book event in May. Like I'm
so
moderating
fun.
a conversation with her. So I was sent this book and I haven't read it yet, but it says the greatest love is the one you never expected to find. Daisy is fed up with being unlucky in love, and after several weddings she has done the flowers for, and in divorce, her beloved flower shop has gained a reputation of being cursed. Dream Harbor newcomer Elliot has been adjusting to small town life, his own relationship turmoil, and now he's avoided the flower shop at all costs. The mayor is correct. He doesn't need any more bad luck. Or when the family comes to visit, Elliot finds himself reluctantly in front of Daisy's store in need of some flowers. As the petals blossom in the sunlight, Daisy and Elliot must find a love that comes when you're least expecting it.
Oh,
It's very
okay, and it's so fun
floral.
that it's so fun that you get to talk to her.
Yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, that's my next one.
Okay, my next one doesn't need a big introduction. It's Broken Dub by Danny Francis. So basically, this is just a sequel to Silver Elite. It just says lines will be crossed, loyalties will be tested, and the fight for the content is only just beginning. Um, I love this book. I don't honestly, I think you would like this one. It's not like super romantic with like crazy fae. It's more like dystopian from what I
Hmm.
remember. It's not super like there's not a ton of like intricate world building where there's like hierarchy systems and stuff you have to remember. I loved it. So I'm ready for book two. I have an arc of it on my shelf that I think I'm going to take with me on vacation at the end of the month. So
Well, that's exciting. Like what is next for me? Okay. A new Elizabeth O'Rourke book is coming out this summer. It's called Good at Being Alive. And it says Rebecca Bex Daniels just lost her entire family in a freak train accident, leaving her completely alone in the world and responsible for their travel agency. Only a few months after the tragedy, her father's UK partner, the straight-laced Theo Porter, reveals that the business is about to go under. Their only hope, a reality TV deal brokered before her father's death with a rebrand. Bex and Theo are to pose as newlyweds, exploring the world on an extended honeymoon. So we
ooh,
love a fake romance.
I do
We
love
love
fake
a fake
romance, and
romance.
I feel like she's like such a solid like
Her
romance
books, though,
writer.
will fuck you up. Have you read her books? Oh my God. Like, there's some of her
Yes, I read
books
a
where I'm
couple.
like a ball of emotions.
But she's just like such a solid pick.
Oh,
I
such a
feel
solid pick.
like
I've
she,
never read
you
one
know,
of her
you're getting
books that
like
I
the
haven't
great.
loved.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you're like getting a great book. Okay, my next one is really switching gears. We're going to back to some hockey romances with Big Stick Energy by Serena Bowen. I
See,
read.
that's one of the things I was talking about there.
Oh, you
Big
don't.
stick
Oh,
energy. Instead of
you're
big
not
dick
into it.
energy, it's the puns, but go on.
Okay, well, he plays hockey, so anywho,
True.
I read the first book. This is the New York Legends second book in the series. I really liked the first one. They sent it to me, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I don't think I'd read anything by him, or sorry, by Serena, by her. And this is the second one. It's basically a hockey team captain and a bubbly staffer mix business with pleasure when they start fake dating. Again, I love a fake dating. I really like the first book
Mhm.
in this series, so I'm ready for this one.
Okay. My next one is technically September,
Hit
but
us.
I really want to read it. Okay, it's called Thank You for Remembering. And it says growing up, Marnie Stevens believed in magic, that destiny was real, and the universe had a plan, and every problem could be fixed by one of her grandmother's mini crystals or mantras. But now at 30, Marnie's dreams have fallen by the wayside as real life provides to be more difficult than divine. That's all about to change, though, thanks to an upcoming move to LA from LA to Boston with her boyfriend, Matt. Sure, she still has some nagging worries about the future, but those things will work themselves out. Unfortunately, that's exactly what Marnie gets when she wakes up in a hospital bed in Boston with no knowledge of how she got there. I mean,
I do love an amnesia trope. I had this one on
it's
my
weird. Same. Like, it's so unbelievable, but I'm also like, I don't hate it. Did you see that movie? Oh my God, I cannot remember the name of it. It's with Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams, where they like
oh,
get in a car accident.
yes, and I forget what it's called. I know exactly what you're talking about, where they're married and he has to like get her to fall back in love with him.
Channing Tatum, Rachel McAdams movie. The Vow. The Vow. The Vow.
Yeah.
And she like has, oh God, that movie made me sad though. And it doesn't even like end that good.
I don't remember how it ends because that movie is like
Rachel
probably what
McAdams did like a string of like kind of sad movies for a while.
the Notebook just like hit her. Okay, my last one is called. Oh wait, actually, I want to ask you a question. This Emily Harding one. Thank you for remembering. Did you read her first book?
No.
Okay, that was one. It did really well. I think it was the book of the month. It was called How Freaking Romantic.
Oh, I
So I just
haven't.
wondered. It had good reviews. Okay, so my last one is called Every Version of You by Natalie Messier. So basically, it says Joey Vasquez's life is the definition of good on paper. She's a successful lawyer. She's about to make partner, but she's kind of a personal disaster in her social life. At a dinner party with a best friend she's pined for years, the aftermath changes everything. So it says when Joey's given a second chance at life, she finds herself in college again. Armed with memories from her first life, Joey's certain
It's
she's come
like
back to
it's
finally
like a recurring nightmare I have actually.
that you have to be back in college. But it says she comes back to convince the man she ever loved to love her back. So why does she find herself strangely drawn to the man she thought she hated? I do love it, like when you get to go back and like have a do over.
I
The
wish you
reviews
could
on this,
I wish everybody got one in life, right? Like you're kind of like phone a friend on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but like at one
I
point
used
in
to
your
love that
life, you're
show.
allowed, like once you hit a certain age, you're allowed to like go back and just like see what happens. But we know if you've ever watched the movie The Butterfly Effect with
Butterfly
Ashton
Effect, right?
Kutcher,
Like,
shit.
oh,
Talk about a
right.
movie that fucked me up, by the way.
Ugh,
That movie was
I know.
horrifying. Like, that is a horror movie. They need to categorize that is, it was like marketed as a romance. It was a horror movie. It was a straight up scary movie. I've never been more disturbed. I've never watched it since. I was not well.
Do you have one more?
No, that's all I've
Was that
got.
your last one? Oh my gosh, look at
That
this.
was
But
my
that's
last
like
one.
a plethora. Put your library holds in. Get on NetGalley. Request them now.
I
Get your
feel like
pre-orders
between this
in.
one and the last one, we've given everyone like 30 books they can read this summer. Like, summer is approaching fast and furious, and I feel like we're going to have a lot to read. I am excited. And I know more will come out, and we're going to start seeing like fall books. But I do feel like summer is kind of special in that I do feel like we get a lot of books for summer.
And I feel like we get a lot of like spring to summer and maybe like early fall, like spring and summer like are like the heavy hitting. Like
I
there's
feel like
so
it's
many good books
almost
coming out.
like April to like end of September. It's like a
Yes.
very big book time. Okay,
Yes.
well, guys, now that we've switched over a lot of things, you can find the podcast everywhere at Big Yap Energy. I've changed the Facebook group, changed the Instagram, and yeah, just like come find us, come hang out. I'll figure out the TikTok at some point, but baby steps. And then you can find me everywhere at Neelykins, except TikTok where I'm Neely Moldovan. And Kailey, where can everyone find you?
I'm on Instagram at KMC_reads.
All right, guys, we will talk to y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.